Hold a cold one like he hold an old gun. Like he hold a microphone and stole a show for fun. Or a phone for ransom. Blows his handsome hoes in tandem anthem. Random tantrum. Phantom of the Grand Ole Opry as the dumb hottie. Mass pump shotty, somebody stop me. On the retarded hard copy. At the rocket parties he departed in a jalopy. Watch the drop top poppy, known as the grimy, slimy, trimey. Simply smashing in a fashion that's timely. Mad villain dashing in a beat rhyme crime spree. We rock the house like rock and roll. Got more soul in a sock with a hole. Set the stage with a goal.
I'll ask you how you got involved in hip hop.
Really? Let me think. Hip hop was just what was going on at the time. Like, you know, I always wrote rhymes and whatnot and kept with it. And really, well, I've been doing it for so long. Well, professionally, I got in the game really through Third Base, a member of Third Base, MC Search.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hooking up with him, he got into the game somehow, and he started introducing me to people, you know what I mean?
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who lived in the deep, dark jungles of Africa. His name was Little Sambo.
Uh-oh, Zio's exercising his right to be hostile.
They always try to say that coon is me.
I don't understand, man.
You don't understand?
I don't know.
My temper's up to like 10. When switch up his thoughts that I recommend. Minus is flood, but thicker is blood. Plus still some stay stud like sticks in the mud. Ibuprofen from Nuquins keep me from flipping daily. Yet I constantly slip into thinking kinda loony. In my logo, you see us? Whoever said that coon is me. Who, me? Holy smokes, I see it's a joke to make a mockery of the original folks. Okay, joke's over, but still a cloak's over us with no love from no clover. This irritates X, so goes into my text to erase one N-word.
So, how did the name MF Doom actually come about?
Well, ever since I was young, like, you know, back in the days type shit, all my friends always used to call me Doom, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I got the Doom part of it. And my partner Grim, he came up with the MF part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the MX prefix or the MF like title. You know what I'm saying? For him it was Mad Flows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mad Flows Grim Reaper. So then he brought me into it, and I adopted the MF title. My MF is Metal Face, you know what I'm saying? Metal Face Doom, so worked out just fine. Alright, the mask is really like, it really shows, it's showing the whole aspect of the music that like, alright, it's all about the music. It has nothing to do with what the person looks like. And it's also giving I like to give the listener like a feeling of, I could be them. I could be any one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Doom is the average Joe. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like the flyest, coolest dude. You know what I'm saying? Or the one who got all the money, but he's the cat you know that's your man. You know what I'm saying? So the mask is like showing everybody that I could be them, or they could be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what's the situation with your aliases? I mean, you got MF Doom, you got Victor Vaughn, etc. Why do you have different names?
Well, it's really like this. I consider myself a writer. When I write, I'm writing for different characters. I'm writing for different scenes, different times. You know what I mean? I can write. Sometimes I write a rhyme from 1992 or 1992 style, 1992 references, but I'll write it now. You know what I mean? So I look at it like it's the same thing as anybody who would be like a fiction writer or somebody who writes novels or comic books or something. You got a wide range of characters. Even if it's somebody like who writes scripts for movies or playwright or whatever, there's always a range of characters. It makes it more interesting to just be writing from one point of view. That'd be too corny if I'm just writing from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got a whole slew of characters. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think y'all ready. When's the last time you seen MF Doom? Huh? When's the last time you seen MF Doom? Come on, y'all. Party people. Oh. How y'all feeling tonight, Austin? Yeah. Everybody good? Everybody good? Alright? Yeah. Woo. Come on. What? Living on borrowed time, the clock tick faster. Gotta be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight, they come to cut the mix master. ICE Cole. What? Y2GC twice to threefold. He sold scrolls, lo and behold. Know who's the illest ever, like the greatest story ever told. Keep your glory, gold and glitter. For half of the niggas are taking about the picture. The other half is rich, and it don't mean shifter. Feeling a mixture between both. With a twist of liquor, tasting with more beer. Tasting like truth for dear. When he get the mic, the place get like, oh yeah. It's like you know what's about to happen. Just keep your eye out like I captain. Is he still a fly guy? Clapping if nobody ain't hear it. And can he testify from in the spirit? And living the true God, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics in the church, got ooh lord. And he hold the mic in your attention like two swords. Or maybe one with two blades on it, dog on it, don't touch the mic like if an A's on it. The end to the means, what the fuck type of message that sends to the fiends? That's why he bring his own needles and get more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Slip like 40 in the first and last of playing stuff like the accordion. It goes na 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 na. When he get the mic, he don't go next. Leave him pussy cats like how hoes need Kotex. Exercise index, won't need both flex. Won't take the one with no skinny legs. I like him a little thicker than that.
Nice and fat. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Keep them hands up, Austin. Keep them hands up.
Dripping off the beat, kinda. Dripping off the beat, kinda. Heat niner. Pimpin', stripping, soft, sweet minor. China was a need signer. Trouble with the script, digits, double dip, bubble it, subtlest, bitches. Borderline schizo. Certified tits though. Quarter wine, quarter grind, quarter nine. Let's go. Ever since 10-11, glad she made a reference. Then it's last down, 7 alligators, 7 at the gates of heaven, knocking no answer. Slow dancer, hopeless romancer, no explode dancers. Yes, no, villain, metal face, Destro, guess so, still incredible in escrow. Just say ho, I'll test the yayo. Wild West style fest, y'all best to lay low. Hey bro, day glow, set the bet, paid over for the cheddar getaway. Better get made go. The worst hated guard who perpetrated, all favors never stated in the perforated raw labors.
To me, from the musical aspect, hip hop is one of the directions to where it's like 100 or almost damn near 100% on everything besides the music, like what you look like, the sound of your name, to what you're wearing, the brand of clothing, whatever intoxicants you choose to put in your body, to things, everything except for what the music sounds like. So the Mass is really a testament to it's not about none of that. It's straight about the wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be any color or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Mass represents just everybody. You know what I'm saying? To where nothing matters. The brand of clothing, none of that matters. It's a matter how you spit and the beats. How the beats is raw, then that's what it's about. Well, I'm smoking. I can't write at all. You know what I mean? I'm smoking. I got a blunt in my hand. How am I gonna? You know what I mean? I only got 2 hands.
Keep them up. Keep them up. Keep them up. Keep them up. Put 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 them up.
So nasty. It's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. He told the people you can call me your majesty. Keep your battery charged. You know it ain't. Plus it's not his fault, you kick slow. Should've let your chick hold and sit low. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the brick go. And you know I know, that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter, keep the slow cutter as he uttered it. I told my Majo, sometimes he rhyme quick, sometimes he rhyme slow or vice versa. Whip up a slice of nice verse pop, hit it on the first try, villain. The worst got about hot tracks, lights, by the pay a fat ass. Shot to the sky, down the square shot. Glasses, and he won't stop till he got the masses. And show them what they know not to flows on molasses. Do it like the robot to head spin to boogaloo. Took a few minutes to convince the average boogaboo. It's ugly, and look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps. When you spell your man there, that's all. That's all. Just like a dope swim, all caps. Big letters. And you know it like a poet, like Baby Doll. I bet she tried to say she gave me her all. She played ball. All bets off, the villain got the dice rigged. And they say he accosted the man with the sliced wig. Allegedly, the investigation is still ongoing. In this pesky nation, he got the best corn flowing. The pot double, now they really got trouble. Man, never go. Booka!
How did you and Madlib decide to work together?
Yeah, I got a call one day from It was from Peanut Butter Wolf up there at Stone Store. Wolf was a good friend of mine. Big up Wolf. And he mentioned this cat Madlib. I wasn't familiar with his work at the time. But I guess he heard some of my stuff and he was reaching out to me so that we could do a record together, like, you know, and want to give me some beats and whatnot. So at the time, it was the same time when I was doing records for a lot of different companies and whatnot. So, you know, they offered to fly me out to LA, you know, so it sounded like a good thing. I flew out there, met these cats, cool, you know what I'm saying? Cats is cool from day one, you know what I'm saying? I got along with these dudes, you know, just good-spirited, good-hearted people, and real record diggers, like, you know what I'm saying, beat maker, you know, we had the same kind of vision and how we did records, the same, you know, it's real similar, you know, still unique though. He had his unique style. So that's really how it started. He reached out. Ever since then, that's been my man, you know what I mean?
They were all living in a house together at the time, is that right? With the studio and the bomb shelter in the basement?
Yeah, they had a little mini mansion up on the hill. It was a pretty big crib though. It was a lot of space in there, you know, overlooking the hills. So it was a good place to work at, you know what I'm saying? Real quiet up there.
So what was a typical day like with you and Madlib trying to put this album together?
A typical day?
Or were there typical days?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could put it in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? It was more like, okay, I'm trying to finish the record so I get back home. You know, I'm staying in LA, I'm trying to get back to my children and whatnot. So I'm working as fast as I possibly can without sacrificing the quality. You know, so but he's working too like that. Like I would hardly see him. We're in the same house, but he's always in the bomb shelter, and I'm always up on the deck writing, right? And then he'll give me another CD. I get the CD, and I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? And then he's back in the bomb shelter, so I would hardly speak to him. Like we hardly ever, you know, we might stop and he'll burn one, and we'll listen to the beat, and then that's it. And then the next 2 days I probably won't see him. But then I was getting mad work done, knocking it out, and then at the end of the week, we'll listen to the shit after the end of the week and be like, all right, you know, I might let them know, yo, here's the angle I'm thinking about. All I need is a verse and chorus on this one, and it's done. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? We hardly spoke really. It's more through like telepathy and like we spoke really through the music. Like he'll hear the joint, and that's like my conversation with him. Then I'll hear a beat, and that's like what he's saying to me. You know what I mean? Like it's real bug. It's still to this day. That's how we do it. Okay.
Hold a cold one like he hold an old gun, like he hold a microphone and stole the show for fun, or a foe for ransom. Flows is handsome, O's in tandem, anthem, random, tantrum, phantom of the Grand Ole Opry. Ask the dumb hottie, mask, pump shotty, somebody stop me. Hardly come sloppy on a retarded hard copy. After rockin' parties, he departed in a jalopy. Watch the drop top poppy, known as the grimy, limey, slimy, try me, blimey. Simply smashing in a fashion that's timely. Mad villain dashing in a beat rhyme crime spree. We rock the house like rock and roll. Got more soul than a sock with a hole. Set the stage with a goal to have the game locked in a cage, getting shocked with a pole. Overthrow it like throwing over a biscuit. A lot of bitches think he's overly chauvinistic. Let go his dick if that's the case. Rats with a waist, there's more cats to chase. Dogs, he got it like new powers. Woke up broke, spit the shit in a few hours. Sheesh, been unleashed since the Glee Club. Had your fam saying please make me a dub. Well, since you asked kindly, where he been behind the mask, who can't find me? You're blind, in the wine zone, leave your mind blown. When he shine with the 9, he's a rhinestone cowboy.
No.
Now, everybody rhyme. It's like part of, you know, which is a good thing. It shows the influence of hip-hop on the world. You know what I'm saying? But on the professional shit, I'd be like, yo, leave it up to professionals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of cats need to leave the mic alone. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of producers getting away with making cheesy beats for the simple fact that they know it's already pre-sold. They don't have to come raw. You know, it's like they already know how much the record's gonna sell. They already know it. All that's predetermined, so it don't matter what they give the public. Which, to me, it's like they jerking the public around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the standard is getting so low now. Pay $20-something for a CD. You want at least to listen to this shit and something be that, you know, some valuable, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So the way I do it, I'm trying to give people their money worth. Raise the standards back to good musical standards.
I went to music and art, and I was already writing graffiti with a kid from Flatbush named Sake, Mark Pearson. He introduced me to Doom, and as soon as we got to talking, we realized we had all these connections, but we didn't meet till '96 when we started working on the artwork for Operation Doomsday. And me and Doom became really, really close really quickly because he would come to New York to work on projects. He would stay at my crib. He was a graffiti writer. He was an artist, a comic book head, and most of the artwork you see is his concepts. When he would perform and do interviews, in the beginning he'd throw a bandana, whatever he had to do. His idea was to conceal his identity. For his first shows, we went out and got, you know, the cheap Halloween masks you wore when you were a kid with the rubber band around the back? That was Darth Maul. It was red and black. I spray painted it silver, aluminum, Rust-Oleum, and cut out the shape and square eyes and made a prototype. And he rocks that in the first video, he's got that. But then what we did was we went out and found the whole helmet from the movie Gladiator. So I took just the faceplate off, and I took it to my boy who does sculpture in metal. We shaped it a little, and then I took the webbing from the yellow construction worker helmets. I took just that, which is a band and another band, and I fastened the faceplate so that he could wear it and it would actually swivel up.
Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us all you're revealing? You do have a name.
My name is Gladiator.
I mean, he should have been bigger when he was a kid. KMD was incredible. I think it influenced a whole lot of sounds out there. Like, if you listen to Sweet Premium Wine, it has the Drunken Master Kung Fu samples and shit that the Wu-Tang did years later, and now everyone does. They were way ahead of the game, and that was Doom's production as well. And I guess he was kind of disgusted with the whole industry for a while. He had to get his head together. But once he came back, it's only inevitable that the cream rises to the top. And he came back out in an era of a lot of whack shit. Really, really commercial, pop-sounding hip-hop. So dudes were hungry for the raw shit. He was about, I'm a musician. I'm a master motherfucking musician. You paid to hear the music. I'm not a monkey on a string to dance for you. By Doom keeping his face concealed, he's able to have a life. I've been in the club when he's sitting at the bar before his show and nobody's paying him any attention. And he can drink and be a normal dude. Run backstage, put the mask on, all of a sudden everybody's cheering and chanting his lyrics. If he walked through the park right now, nobody would say shit to him. You can do that.
I opened for Doom, and it was a freaking typical Doom scenario. The guy didn't show up for an hour and a half, and I had a bag of records. I was still using vinyl, and the guy wasn't showing up, and I was running out of records. I was playing B-sides, and people were yelling, Doom, Doom, and all I could hear was boo, boo, and I was thinking to myself, these little shits. these little frickin' all ages braces wearing pieces of shit, little high school fucking peasant shit stained fucks. You're not gonna boo me. So I walked off the stage and I fucking went backstage and I was like, somebody better give out some free shit to these little fuckers because they're booing. And Doom's nowhere to be found. He's probably getting domed up in the back room. Like, what do you think? He's a freaking supervillain. He's not your friend. He's not some sugar-coated nice guy rapper who's here for you. He's gonna do what he wants. You're lucky if he even comes out.
The Doom's in the house, baby. Champion in the suit. Oh shit. Hey yo, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. Shut the hell and get the money like girls. They just trying to get a nut like squirrels in this mad world. That'll milk the honey with the swirls. Reckless naked girls get necklaces and pearls. Compliments of the town jeweler. That packed down schooler trying to sound cooler. On a microphone known as the crown ruler. Never like when we said we had the ruler. $500 something. Laying right there in the street. Huh, he ain't like this really. Then he turned to and started flowing to the floor. That's about when he first started going. Kept the girl with the draw. I'm riding the left though. Honey blew up inside the soda war. It's like a folklore legend. Why you so stiff?